Good morning, YouTube. Woohoo! Passing over the fast train track, so I don't want to get hit. Alright, so my attire is still not good. I'm on my way to my part-time job, but for the video I made on Saturday that said, hey, comment below if you guys want to make a comment or have a question for me, and I don't remember if it's Kosha or Kosha. I think Kosha Rogers. I'll just say Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers wanted me to do a piano playing of Toto Africa. So it's Monday morning. I actually have not listened to the song yet, so I don't know what it even sounds like, but I will attempt it. Even if I don't play it good, I will attempt to play Toto Africa. It sounds cool. And also to Voltron B, he made a comment, or more like a question comment, saying, I'm thinking Bank of America, and do I need money? All right, so he was asking what are my thoughts on the Ford Taurus, and kind of like that, along that line of Ford shutting down their car production per se. And I gotta admit, man, it shocked me. I didn't hear about it until 6 days after Ford announced that they were gonna, make the cut. But at first, I was like, these guys is jerks, man. I got into Ford because I felt like they had every line of car for every person in the family. And so I figured when I get married, have kids, I could have, I'm not really like fond of trucks, but I was thinking like I could probably have like a fast car, maybe the Mustang, I don't know. My wife could have a car, my son could have a car, my other son could have a car, my daughter could have a car, my other daughter could have a car. Like everyone would have their own specific car, like a Ford Escape, a Ford Mustang, Ford Fusion, Ford Taurus, Ford Focus, for maybe my youngest son or youngest daughter that doesn't want to speed, but they want to just feel safe. And honestly, it's sinking in now, and I'm wondering, should I bail out? But I'm not the type of dude that bails out on people or companies who've been good to me, even if things may have changed over the years. Come on, car, go over. Come on. Some people in Florida are just so unaggressive, it just gets under my skin. And then others, they're so aggressive, I think it's hot. Like you're driving and the car just cuts you right off, and they do a successful cut. I'm like, woo! All right, so basically, my thoughts ultimately is Ford did what they had to do, I think, and they did the necessary cut. I wanted to check the numbers to be sure before I make a quota. But I think when the Taurus first came out, they sold like the low several hundreds of thousands of units. That's the new Ford dealership, one of the dealerships. Anyway, you guys can't see. And then all the way to 2013, 2014, they were down to selling 48,000 units, 32,000 units. That's not going to make a company money. So, and Ford wasn't thinking, I guess, people are looking for styles to change ever so often. And what happens is a company makes a car that's beautiful, and then they don't, what you call it, facelift? I forgot the word, but you don't refresh it. You don't give it a new look. And that's what happened to the Taurus. In my opinion, the 2013 was a punchline. I think they did great. They redid the hood. They, instead of having, you know, the two exhaust pipes on one side, they had two exhaust tips. I think it's called catback. So for the SHO, you have two exhausts coming from the engine, and it's running underneath the car all the way to the rear, and then it splits. It's been the whole time. With the SEL and the Limited, it's one pipe coming from the engine, from the, I think it's called the exhaust manifold, but it comes from the front and it comes around the bottom, and then it splits right after the gas tank, which is underneath the passenger, the rear seat here. And then it splits into two, and then it has two mufflers, and then they have two tips that they added on, two chrome tips that they added on to the end. They did a good job on that, you know, but other than that, oh, and they added more horsepower from 263 horsepower to 288 horsepower. But other than those major things, it's like, Ford, can you like refresh? And they did not. Straight up to 2018. You know, people see my car when I wash it and wax it, and they're like, what year is that? Is that a 2017? And I'm like, it's a 2013, sweetheart. Totally off, but that's how bad they did not refresh. Cut this car. So I will attempt to do Toto Africa. As a matter of fact, when I finish this video, I'll try to go listen to it to see what I'm playing with, and I'll try to do it today or tomorrow. And then Ford, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say they blew it, but kind of feel a little weird. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I gotta eat my breakfast. Yes, it's rice and conch salad. I know, it's so amazing. You guys, woof. So, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Oh look, I'm in Boca Raton. Hey, my coworker.